Trailers are the best because it's sort of this concoction that's meticulously put together to try and captivate the audience into going to see the full-length film. As a viewer, it's a risk, a gamble even, a rush, but maybe, just maybe, it'll pay off in the end. And with a careful and well-trained eye, you might be able to spot the elements that tell you if a film is good or not. But I suppose that depends on the person's perspective, not the film itself.
Hello and welcome back to Old Soul Podcast. Today I will be doing a captivating trailers episode. So just another one, a part of the series. There are 3 trailers that I'll be talking about today that were intriguing or in some way makes me feel like I should go see the films that will be releasing in 2025. And I'm going to start with the film Love Hurts. It's supposed to drop in 2025 and it's basically about a realtor who is doing really good as a realtor. He's like the perfect employee or sales guy. And he has this very tailored image of what he seems to be versus who he has been in the past. And for some reason, he dropped that, which I'm sure will be explained in the actual film. And he decided to be a realtor, and he's doing really well. But I guess pieces of his past are coming back in a way that forces him to be something that he no longer wants to be, even if it is a real part of him. And I think that sort of juxtaposition is really interesting. And his other side is clearly like a trained fighter. And so we're getting a bit of action. And it just looks so entertaining. And I'm excited about it. The trailer looks fun. And I can't wait for it. Okay, the next trailer that made me interested in going to go see the film very soon is Wolfman. It's dropping in 2025, and from the trailer that I've seen several times at this point, a lot of times, because it's been marketed fairly well as someone who goes to the theater very regularly, this is a trailer I've seen a lot. So it's this family that appears to have been in some sort of accident, either moving from some location or amongst arriving at a new location, maybe a home, because it looks like they're in a U-Haul type truck, and they're in some accident, and the family seems to be made of a father, a mother, and a child. And amongst that accident, it looks like an animal may have attacked them, or they hit an animal, and at some point we are to assume that this is some version of a wolf based on things that happen later in the trailer. Anyway, the father gets scratched, the family somehow gets out of that truck, but then they're still afraid because they're afraid of this animal that attacked the father with a scratch and ultimately probably caused the accident, which I'm assuming. Again, I've only seen the trailer, people. And they're running to this house, which I don't know if this is just some random person's house or they had just left that house or this is the house they're moving into. I have no details. But anyway, you can tell they're scared. And I think the interesting thing about this wolf story, because we all know there's a ton of them, that intrigues me is the fear with a thriller or scary movie of the unknown or the stranger or the bad guy coming for you and your friends or your family is a great plot for a thriller or a scary film. Now, this seems like the original fear at the beginning of the trailer is the wolf, the unknown, the stranger, the thing that's causing us danger. We're family, we're going to try to protect each other. But it's that those roles sort of reverse, the fear reverses because now they're seeing the dad change. The fear is no longer the stranger, it's the father. He's a threat now, he's scary. Someone that you're supposed to love and admire and look up to and seek for protection and guidance is now turning into something you don't even recognize, and now you have to protect yourself against it. So I do feel like the mom's role in this is going to be very interesting to watch, but terrifying for her character. And of course the child, always, because they have no real power, and that could always be so fearful for children. Now, I'm just really interested in the way that they set it up. They're really slowly giving the audience this transition of this father into this wolf. And I'm interested in where this is going to go and how it's going to end. So I've seen, again, my sort of quick analysis and summary of this trailer is probably a little longer than some of the others because I've seen it so many times. And I think the marketing for it has just been pretty good. I see it a lot, and I'm an avid film goer, so that's probably part of it. But I've just really seen this trailer so many times. And every time I'm like, oh my God, is it coming out yet? Is it coming out yet? Okay, the last film that I'm interested that's coming out in 2025 is Death of a Unicorn. So we have this father and daughter duo apparently going to some meeting dinner with this really well-known rich family, and you can tell that they feel like they have to present themselves a certain way and that this is a really important situation. But on the drive there, they appear to have hit something that looks a lot like a unicorn, but we all know that unicorns aren't real, or are they, in this world? And with the discovery of thinking that they killed the unicorn, apparently, well, actually, I don't. Yeah, okay. Apparently, they thought it was dead, but then it was like making noise in the car. So I think the father daughter duo, put it in the trunk, and then once they got there, they were just gonna figure it out later, I guess. And then their car started moving, and the family's like, "What's going on?" So it's a whole thing. And this is the father daughter duo. I don't know, like, really the relationship between them and the family that they're going to go see, but you can tell that this family that they're seeing have a lot of money and power. So they appear to be pretty rich, really well off. And upon the discovery of this unicorn and it moving around in the car and obviously making people take notice of it, and it being a unicorn, a fucking unicorn, they're like, what is this? And through it, they're discovering things that could cure well-known diseases that are currently incurable, or whatever. And so it becomes this whole Pandora's box of things that could be good, but obviously when humans get involved, it can get a little capitalistic, a little dangerous, a little greedy, a little scary. And it becomes sort of this horror vibe. And then there's another level of there's another unicorn looking for this unicorn that they hit, and it apparently is the mother. So they're giving us layers already in the trailer that's really interesting. And also it's about a unicorn, which is kind of cool. And I'm just interested. I'm really interested in if we're ever going to actually see the unicorn, because there's several moments in the trailer where we're seeing the characters react to the unicorn. We're seeing shadows of it. So is it going to be a big reveal of the unicorn? I don't know if the cut of the trailer that I saw just didn't include anything else, or if I'm just not remembering it. But yeah, I'm really interested on how the unicorn is going to look. Are they going to go full CGI? I don't know. I like CGI, but sometimes it can be a bit much. Are they going to do like real like puppeteering? I don't know. I'm interested in how they're going to present us with the unicorn. This out of the world cutesy paradox of turned scary mother coming to find her kid and avenge the people who took her child. It's interesting. So I think this is something that I'm really looking forward to, not just because of how it was marketed in the trailer, but just some films that look like they're going to be great. So I hope that you go and watch these trailers as well. Maybe the trailers will also convince you to possibly go see the film, and maybe you won't overanalyze it as much as I did. And of course, my analysis could be very wrong because I've only seen the trailer. But again, if there are any what you may feel like spoilers in the trailers, I'm sorry, I didn't make the trailer and I don't make the final cut. That's up to the company. But at the end of the day, I do think some things about the trailers nowadays is that they do give a lot, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. All right, thank you.